I'll be sat down here with you, and I believe that's what community is about. Where there's no leader, and it's a community that runs. I'm a great believer in sociocracy and equality, and not many share my view, but there's a few that do. And I'm very grateful to Giles for doing what he's done for KindaSound Radio, because without him, KindaSound Radio would be in the skeleton cupboard, and it's not. And it's ready to go again. It really is, and he's kept it going. He's got an amazing portfolio now behind him. And I think we're both waiting for that youth connection, and I think this will be the venue for it. So KindaSound is a flagship project. Kind of community goes back a long time, as I do, as you can see from the wrinkles on my face. I've been going around the block a few times. Not the easiest of rides, but one I wouldn't have changed. And it's coming back a full circle because I'm back at the missing sock. We started this in 2009 when it was derelict, and it was derelict when I came back to it in 2023 after being in South Africa for 3 years. So it's a loop, and I've created the same challenges from that loop. I've been in a hurry, after 9/11, then it was the jab stuff, and I got obsessed with all that. And I saw the need then to get communities. I saw the need to get out of the system for education, to get out of the system for healthcare, for food, construction, and for sharing everything we have equally. And that's difficult for people. And I didn't understand why I was on that journey. I don't have children, and I've been dedicated to this journey for most of my life and never quite understood. But it's clearly now what my journey is, and why I don't have children, because I have lots of children belonging to other people, which is a lovely space to be. But unfortunately, money brings challenges and it brings evil. Working hard and being a single guy, it was quite easy to make money. I wasn't putting my energy into education, into kids, funding families. I was just working hard and then the purpose came, and that was building community. And from that came the generation journey, which was linking the elders, the neglected elders, the people we put into homes, because we don't want them in our homes. We're all too busy to care for our own parents. And there's a culture change. And there's a culture change for the youth as well. And I saw it, witnessed to it in my own life, where there was a lot of neglect in children, lacking leadership. So our generation journey was the first stage of building community, resetting what it used to be like. Because we didn't have it much. As my sister sits here, 2 sisters of mine here. We remember the days of sugar sandwiches and having nothing in the cupboards, which is all part of our journey. I'm grateful for that too. And they were probably the kindest period of my life, when we had nothing. And we always had time to give. And we do little things that now is a lot, because time is precious and everybody's trapped in busyness. And there's a song, Busy Doing Nothing. Busy doing nothing, working the whole day through. I think some of you might know that. And we do. And when you look back on yesterday, it was unnecessary busyness. Can't change that. That's the trap we're in. And so the community building started with Generation Journey. And then when I won't tell you a story of Africa, but 10, 15 years in Africa, first leg, same thing, same loop, corruption, life threats, running for your life, coming back and deciding that was it, no more travels, let's rebuild it in the UK, so that let's build community here, not in Africa. So then I went to rebuild it and realised it was bigger than intergenerational. It was kindness in every aspect of living. And it was important to go back to roots. What I did learn in Africa was the importance. The greatest kindness was having less, not more. And I see that in my own life as I climbed my own ladder. I gave less of my time as I climbed a ladder. And, that's just a way of doing it as you accumulate. And less time was a big thing I gave. I just didn't have the time. I didn't make the time. I accumulated lots of money. Then I pushed the money out to the charity, and then the greed cycle started. And I was climbing a ladder, and you get to the top of your ladder, and bugger me, it's on the wrong wall. You look over the edge of the ladder, of the wall, and you're just surrounded by acquisition, about greed, about helicopters going around to Epsom and all sorts of stuff, and hiring out banquet halls and boxes at Tottenham Hotspur football ground and Royal Albert Hall. That's not me. but it was creating greed all the way down the line. And I never really learned that story. I rebuilt with kind of community, realising now kindness, the missing kind was the next name of the charity. Let's put the kindness in everything. Let's connect and do everything together. Build community, kind of community. Kind is a brand which came out of 2014, which was kind of radio, kind of hotel, kind of education. There were about 20 different kind, all big visions. Success story? Not really, just personal learning and lots of broken hearts on the way, lots of projects that started and were left to sustain themselves. And at some point, if I'm not there to do it, I have to draw the line under it. I had some great projects. Going back to Burma last month, or 2 months ago, and it's lovely to see the village still in Burma on the borders with Thailand, still there, and not destroyed like it is in Africa where we've done the same thing. It's not rummaged. The metal panels are there, the trees are there, and it's their Buddhist culture was so different to Africa. But it was all about community, linking everybody we met with programs, sustainability, social enterprise. As much as I hated business, it's been a servant to me, and it's enabled me to do what I've done. And I do promote. I'm back into the belief of social enterprise, where you first look after yourself so you can look after others, and that's number one. And we're all servants. Every one of us are here. We're all servant in what we do, and we serve in different ways. You serve, number one, is yourself, then your families. And then depending on your own finances, your own commitments, you've got very little time, resources, money resources to put it back into the collective. But without the collective, we're nothing. We are nothing. And that's what it comes down to. Surrender and be the collective. And not many people can do that. It's like when, I better stop now and again and ask you for questions, because I do rattle on. So anybody
It's brilliant, Hugh, it's brilliant.